Hi everyone, it's 15th of July. Come down to the plot, just do a bit of harvesting, but I thought, well, it's a bit of light, it's been a nice night. I've put this sort of temporary makeshift pea net up. It runs the full length of this potato bed because I dug all my Duke Yorks out. I got, I don't know, probably 20 odd pound. It wasn't a great harvest out of this row. My Charlottes are looking a bit worse for wear, which are in the row behind. I don't think it's blight, I think they're just ready and they're yellowing off. So I thought, well, I've got a bit of light left, I'll come down and do this. So I've got Hurst green shaft in gutters. I'll just put this up, this temporary thing. It'll come down in the winter months. Just got some fence posts, because I'll use them to repair my fence with anyway. So I thought I'll just chuck it up, and I should have enough gutter here to put peas in. Now I just hope rabbits and everything leave them alone. But I thought instead of wasting the space, I might as well try and get a later crop of peas. So you've seen me do this before. Peas in gutters, give them a right good soaking. Just a little gully I've made along here. Simply just pop one end in. With a bit of luck, I'm hoping they'll just start to slide out. That's one. You have to watch out this time of year for the old mildew starts. I'm here to harvest some peas as well. They've gone a little bit over, to be honest. Some of them are a bit chewy, but like I said before, I've got teeth in my head, so I'm not wasting them. Some of them I don't mind going over because I'll leave them be, because they'll be my seeds then for the following year. These are Hurst green shaft, same as they've always grown for years. I've got enough here to pretty much fill this row. There might be about a foot gap at the end, but I'm not too worried about that. So it's pretty much as simple as that, really. It's a bit squelchy along here because I've just emptied 2 full watering cans over them, and then I'm just going to sort of stand them up and just fill them in down the sides, and then sling another watering can full of water over them, and then it's down to Mother Nature to give them a fair chance, which I'm sure they'll be fine, providing like I say, rabbits can be a bit of a pain from, they're not getting loads of light down in here, but as I say, I'm going to be harvesting some Charlottes. I don't think I'll have time tonight. I thought, I've come down, I had the camera with me, so I thought I'll put it on, and I'll show you the rest of the harvest after when I've picked the peas and that. Or it might wait, it depends if I'm picking into darkness, and I'll have to take my word for it, or when I get home. But they're absolutely hanging with pods. I'll come and get the camera in a second. I'll give you a quick show before I start picking. Right, I'll finish them off in a minute. I'll show you the peas. So just bear with the wobbly footage. Right, I've no idea what you can see in the screen because it's pointing away from me. So you'd probably be able to make out there, there's absolutely hanging with pods. All together I've got like 15 foot there, there's 3 rows of 5. I've just put 20 foot in, so if everything goes well, should have a good crop of peas. So I'll put the camera back on afterwards when I've finished harvesting. I say it's not going to be much of a video, because I might actually put this up on its own or add it to something else. So I'll get on, but I'll just show you these Charlottes what I'm on about. I think blight's about but a lot of it's just sort of, you can tell they're like yellowing off that row. It's just, they are ready, as simple as that. I mean, I've had a few out the side of the row poking out that have got a bit of green, and yeah, they're pretty big. I think they're just a case of it's died back because they're ready for digging. These 2 rows here, both second earlies. You've got Charlotte's and then Maris Pier. The other ones seem okay at the moment, but I'll just keep an eye on them for blight over these next few weeks. Anyway, I'll get these this big long row of peas watered. So it's just got some log fence posts. I think it was 7-footers, only £2.50 each. Bit of sort of like 1.5" fence panel capping. Just put some screws. This netting, if I can remember, I'll put the link in the description below where I get the netting from. I don't use that nylon stuff. It does me head in trying to put it up. This it seems to be alright, and I've used it for years. Because on my other pea nets, I made them frames up, and they've, I don't know, probably 5-6 years they've lasted. So so it's just temporary. I've not cut the netting. It's sort of just hanging over the back and just cable tied at the top. A couple of staple nails in the posts and some, like I say, cable ties and that. And just, I don't know how well you can see it, but I've got like a little cross piece here just to give it a bit of stability that way. And then when I dig up my Charlottes, I'm going to put another post angled down that way just to stop it. Because you can imagine if you've got a 20-foot row of peas and they're about 4 foot high, and the wind comes, it's going to be like a big windbreak, so the wind's going to hit it quite hard. So we'll just see how that goes. Alright, I'm back home. It's just approaching midnight, so obviously I ran out of light completely at the allotment, so I just had to grab what I could and come home. I'll have to go back again during the week and probably dig a few spuds up because I've not dug any up tonight. So I'll have a quick look around what I've harvested tonight. I'll show you a few bits that I've harvested in the garden as well today, this afternoon. I still need to do an update from in the garden, which I will do, probably this week. When the weather's nice, I'll take the camera around the back garden so you can have a look at the polytunnel as well. So I'll come and get the camera and you can have a look around some of the bits. Just mind the wobbly footage. Right, it might be a bit jerky. I don't know, I'm not used to using this phone this way around. So tonight's strawberries. Threw some away because the birds have pecked through them because I've not netted them this year. But there's some that aren't quite right, but there's plenty that are fine. These are the side shoots of some of the broccoli. So after you've taken your main head off, you can get some big side shoots still. So I froze the main heads, but I've been eating these as I've been harvesting them. So I've had a few picks of them now. Blueberries, got 3 varieties. These are off the 2 bushes just as you go in the actual door of the fruit cage. Is the 2 like on the left, which I think they're early blue they're called, and then these are off the other 2 varieties which are coming into season now, sort of thing. That's the Golden Acre Primo 2 cabbage heart. Usually just slice them in half and then wrap them in cling film. And then that was a bit of a long job, this stack. I've got about 15-20 pound of peas to sit in pod and then freeze and blanch them. So that was tonight's little pickings, as long as I obviously put him in net up and put that other row of peas in, so I got a bit done. So garden today, got some of this slight just cost lettuce really, slightly remain. Because I had to hack a lot of it back because it was getting a bit burnt and it was a bit overgrown, so it does pay to take a bit off because it'll keep growing. So I'm kind of using it to cut and come again, and these were in the middle of the row, so I've kind of pulled these out, so I've got a bit of an open space now, just to let a bit of air flow through. Mesure, I've thrown a bit of mesure away just to try and make the heads, get a bit more fresher in the middle. But I mean, bags of this stuff, I like it and Kane likes it, so I've got 5 bags of them. Spring onions from the plot last time I went, which was just under a week ago. So I've still got a load of them to go at. So I just trim them down. They're quite big to be honest. But so this is the other half of cabbage I've got left over. Just wrapped in cling film. That's what the Golden Acre look like on the inside. Good for coleslaws, good for eating. Slugs like them, but not too bad. There's some greens from down the garden. I've got a load of them. Some of them have started to go to seed, but still got plenty of them. These are strawberries left over from last time, so I need to get. I don't usually put them in the fridge, but I've had to put these in the fridge to hold them back because they just start going mouldy within a few days otherwise. And just a few blueberries left from last time, so I've been chucking a few of them in my face as I've been going around. Other thing I've got left over is garlic from last year. So I harvested these beginning of July, I think, last year. This is the Solent White, and they're still perfectly okay. You know, some of the other ones will be ready in a few weeks, so it should just land about right, really. As far as my tomatoes go, I'll show you what I do with my tomatoes. I make bags of sauce, about 700ml in there. You know, so I de-seed, well, I don't skin them or anything, I just put it all in, and then when it's all sort of boiled down, I put onion and carrot and all that lot in, and then I just force it through a sieve. It's a bit of a long process, but it's kind of like it's ready for a bolognese sauce, which then in turn I stick some mince in and whatnot, and I make tubs of bolognese. So you just sort of defrost that and whack it in a pan. There's enough for two there with some spaghetti. So that's what I do with an absolute load of tomatoes that I grow. So I've got about 4 bags of this left. I've got about 9 of them. So it should kind of time about right again for the tomatoes. Got a few potatoes there indoors here. These are just Duke Yorks. Got some tiny ones there which will go into a potato salad. You know, and been eating these. You know, there's still quite a few left. You know, they weren't the best, but they still get eaten. I'll have a load more to dig up. I just cover them with a towel when I've got them indoors, because I don't want any sunlight getting to them, or light at all, because otherwise they'll go a bit green. So I'll be having some of them for my tea tomorrow. So I'll just pop you back on the stand. As carefully as I can. Oh yeah, all in all, nice little harvest really. You know, this is why you do it. You know, you put a bit of hard work in and you get the rewards like this. You know, and it's a bit of a glut. You don't know what to do with it all, so you start looking online for recipes. So blueberries, I'll make blueberry pies with. Strawberries, I might get some biscuit and some cheese and make some cheesecakes with them. So peas, obviously, I've done more peas because it's something I always run out of is peas. So I thought, like I said, before when I was doing it, I might as well use the space to my advantage and try and get another crop. I have done it before. I've had a couple of crops in a year. It's quite straightforward. As long as you sow them sort of before the end of June, you're all right. As long as we're in July now, but I sowed them in the gutters, so it gives you a bit more time. So all in all, not a bad harvest. Like I said, I've got to go back. You know, I'll have more peas probably. So the thing that's been a struggle this year is the French climbing beans. I'm a bit disappointed with them. I've got some more seeds, but I've got some down the garden which seem to be doing a bit better. Dwarf French beans, I've sown 2 lots, and both of them have failed. So I don't know what to make of that. So I might sow some more, I might not. I've sown some more collie and broccoli, which I might overwinter. I've got some that need to be planted out desperately, but I'm just going to wait until I've got a bed clear at the allotment. So, but they're in litre pots, so they'll be okay for a little while. So I don't want to stress them out, so they can get quite big before they go in the ground. So that'll all get videoed, in due course when I actually get around to doing it. But so next video will be a look around the garden, because obviously I've got my King Edward potatoes which are growing in the pots. It's a bit of a nightmare to water them, to be honest. Got me big Kelsey onions. They're a bit of a mess, but they're all right. Cucumbers, they're doing okay. Peppers. There's all sorts down the garden. I've had a few tomatoes, some of the sun golds. There's just been a few that have been coming ready, but it's been watering them and feeding them. And they're getting up to about 4 or 5 foot high now, so they're getting tomatoes on them. So there's plenty to go out soon. I should imagine the glut of tomatoes will start in about 3 or 4 weeks. So there's plenty to be getting on with, you know, and then you can, if you want to be growing things later in the year, you get your things like your endive and your chicory. You know, you can still sow them. Dwarf French beans, beetroot, some late season carrots you might get away with. You know, some like early Nantes or something. But all in all, there's still stuff to do, so there's still time to sow things. You know, so instead of leaving the ground sparse, you know, put something quick in, even radish. I mean, I've got some radish in a pot outside, you know, I'm growing some radish. As well as a little trays of salad as well, you know, mixed salad. So that's it for this little video. I keep saying I'll do an update around the garden, and I will. Mum's sweet peas are near 6 foot high now. I've had loads of flowers on them. I've not cut many off, so they're forming pods, so the flowering's starting to reduce on them now. So I'll show you them when we get round to it. So thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.